Welcome back, guys. I wanted to just share a vehicle that we had here today and take you through what was done and what we found, and I want to get your thoughts. That's really what it's about, because I've caught heat for ranting about other shops. Now, mind you, I've never mentioned the names of any of these shops, and I won't do that. Okay, I won't do that. You know, it's really not, that's not right, but the facts are the facts. What I say is the truth. I don't pull things out of the air and make things up for no reason. None of that stuff. So anything that I say out here is 100% the truth. And I'm doing this to educate people about what really is out there. Okay, guys that do not work on cars for a living. I know there's, millions of people on YouTube watching these videos to learn and to see what actually goes on in shops and how to diagnose and all that stuff. But the fact is, man, there's a lot of issues that need to be addressed with this kind of thing, and one of the biggest ones is poor workmanship. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, like, I don't know what to say about it, you know what I mean, any more than what I have, and give examples of what actually goes on. And the truth of it is, this truck should have never been towed here. It's just, it just shouldn't have been towed here. There's no reason this should have been towed. It was brought in for a no start, okay, and I checked basics on it, like I always do. It was brought in from the same shop, as a matter of fact, that did the steering column in the other vehicle because it lost a power feed. All right, if that tells you anything. Now, this is a basic 5.9 with a distributor, older vehicle, 98. No, craziness or anything, like, I mean, it's not a new vehicle. And it's a no start. It cranks no start. So basically, it gets towed in. They told me they tried to get it running. They can't figure out what's wrong. I told them bring it down. I have a good, today's a good day. I'm not too busy. They towed it. It took the tow truck guy, no kidding, 25 minutes to get it in my door. It's a big truck. There was no room to swing. So I give him credit. That guy could drive, get this thing in here and not wreck the building or his truck. Pretty cool. But the messed up thing about it is it's in here, 25 minutes to get it in the door. It took me about 5 minutes to diagnose it. So, it kind of begs the question, like, what, again, why are these guys even bothering? You know what I mean? It's silly. I'm going to just tell you what we had. We checked the basics on it. We checked for spark, injector pulse, fuel pressure. Everything checked good. I smelled fuel. I wanted to inspect the plugs on it, being that I had everything that I should need to run, and I didn't see anything in data that gave me an indication of a red flag. So the first thing I did was I inspected the plugs, and I don't know if I can get this camera to. That's one. I think I've got 3 of them sitting over here, and yep, there's the other one. If you guys can make that out, they're worn to hell. There's nothing left. They were completely soaked with fuel. I put a set of plugs in it, and I had to hold the throttle open a little bit to get it to run. The throttle plate was filthy on it, and it needed the throttle plate cleaned and idle learned and all that stuff. But the truck starts and runs fine now. It was a bad set of plugs. They were fouled. They were worn out. The truck does have other issues. It had an O2 sensor, front O2 sensor that's unplugged. It has a code PO132 that sets even after I plugged it in. I did not check it. He doesn't want it checked, so I'm not going to bother with it. Probably needs an O2. Have to check the circuit first, obviously, if we're going to fix it, but I'm not going there. I'm not doing anything that I'm not getting paid to do. But what I want to show you is the reason that I complain is, first of all, something like this is just ridiculous to me that it has to be towed from another garage. The other thing is that this is the work that is being produced. Actually, let me grab a light. Let me grab a light. And this is why I complain, guys. You can't diagnose bad plugs in a vehicle this old. This is the work that's being produced in these other places, okay, that's being turned out, you're paying for, okay? This is crap. They don't want me to fix it. I'm not going to fix it. Is it going to be a problem? Sure it is. Maybe not today, but it's definitely going to be a problem. They don't want to pay me to put new terminals on it and do it the right way. So, you know, what am I going to do, right? I'm not going to do it without being paid for it. It's, you know, foolish. But the point is, people, I've gotten heat for talking about the work that's being put out. Now, here's the problem. I have a right to say what I want, first of all, and I will. That's your prerogative, whether you watch or not. Don't care. But I'm going to speak the truth. And the reason I'm doing that is because I think about other people. Okay, this is great for me, man. This is great for guys like me because we actually make money off this crap. You know, this is part of our, you know, us making money in our business. It's okay. They can't fix it. We'll fix it. Problem is that if somebody was to go in, say that you're watching this and you don't like the fact that I'm talking about these shops being shoddy, well, put yourself in the customer's shoes, not mine. Say that your wife drove this truck and she brought it in to get battery cables replaced or what have you, and this is the work that they did. Would you be okay with that? What if they did brakes on the car? Could you only imagine how that would turn out? This is what I'm getting at. I'm trying to educate people not only on how to diagnose or how to work on vehicles the right way or whatever. I'm trying to educate people that do not work on vehicles on being very, very careful of going to the wrong place. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. Absolutely. But that isn't a mistake. That's crap workmanship. There's a difference. That's no pride in what you do. You're using a $2 cable from one of these freaking, you know, stores or whatever that don't have the best reputation, and for good reason. They sell junk, and you're putting it in a car, and it's garbage. It's going to cause problems, and you're okay with that, and you're actually making money off of it. I wouldn't let a car out of my shop like that if I was, you know what I'm saying? If I'm getting paid to fix it the right way, I'm not going to let it out like that. The only thing that I can do in this situation, being that it's from another shop, is I can inform the shop of what I see. It has an O2 code. It needs to be checked. The cables are no good. They need to be fixed or replaced, whatever. And that's what I would recommend. He says no. Okay, come and get it. It's running. It's finished. I did my part. If it was a customer that owned it, I would definitely tell them this is not, you know, not safe. It needs to be fixed. I wouldn't want it to go out like that. If they turned it down, well, that's okay too. I mean, it's at least the customer himself is informed. The customer, the owner of this vehicle may never be informed of anything that I told the shop. You understand? This is where my problem comes in. This is why I actually tell shops I don't want them bringing me a vehicle. I would prefer the customer brings the vehicle themselves. That way I can work directly with them. And if there's an issue, I could talk to them and discuss it and show them or whatever. I don't know who owns this truck. I have no idea. So the reason this happens is because that shop that the truck went to originally wants to make money on it. So whatever I charge this guy to repair this truck, he's going to add money on, and he's going to make money on top of it. Is that wrong? I'm nobody to say it's wrong, but it does kind of make a problem where I cannot interact with the customer directly. And for me, it doesn't make me real happy. On the bright side, if the truck breaks, say those battery cables start giving a bigger problem, they loosen up as he's driving and they fall off or what have you, and the truck shuts off, whatever, you know what I mean? It shorts out, it goes on fire, whatever happens. I mean, it stops charging, common, right? Most likely situation, it stops charging correctly, so the car doesn't start. They're not coming back here to complain, they're going to him to complain. So that's the bright side of it, I guess. But I prefer to deal with the customer direct, to explain what's going on, and to be able to work with them, and show him that there's problems here that need to be addressed. But, again, it is what it is, I guess. People say you care too much, this and that. Well, if I don't care, who's gonna? I'm the one who's, working on the vehicle. So when this thing leaves, whoever's in that vehicle needs to be safe, because the work that I did on it needs to be correct, because they need to be safe when they're driving it, with their families or whatever. So, yeah, I care. If that's bad, man, we're living in bad times. If that's a bad thing, but I don't know. I mean, it's always going to bug me. It's bugged me since I got into this business. It's going to bug me till I get out of this business, and nothing's going to change that, because I take pride in what I do. I learned that from my dad, and that's a lesson I'm not going to forget. And just as it is that way. So when I see things like this, now that I have we all have the ability of getting word out to other people on a broader basis, basis because of YouTube and social media, I think it's a good thing that people become informed about the actual things that go on. And I think it does have a lot to do with area that you live in, the kind of places that are there. In my area, and I've said it before, there are a lot of shoddy places that repair cars, if you want to call it that. And that's probably not going to change anytime soon, but the fact is they try to get money off people for whatever they can accomplish on the vehicle, and that's it. And whatever they don't know how to do, they can't do right, they just slap it together and they just call it good, man, and that's what's there. So my recommendation is, if you need work done and you're serious about actually having your car fixed right, make sure that wherever you take it has some sort of credentials that you can, or whatever, like, some kind of reviews or whatever. Today we have no excuse to go to a bad place. You can look up reviews, and if you got 100 good reviews and 1 or 2 bad reviews, that place is probably pretty good. You can't make everybody happy, but if you got 100 bad reviews and 3 good reviews or something, you may want to stay away. You know what I mean? So use a little common sense when you're picking your repair shop. That's all I really could say. As usual, guys, thanks for joining, and I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you soon.